Hopefully that's better. Yeah, so the reason why my audio sounds like crap when I'm driving is because it uses the microphone from the car and when it's tied into Bluetooth, and I've yet to find a way to fix that at all. So like I've gone in and made it so the Bluetooth will be on, but I'll turn off, it'll be just audio but no phone. But for whatever reason, it cuts audio to the stream entirely. So you guys can't hear jack shit though. It's just weird. So here I am now doing this again. Jack, hopefully you're still watching, buddy. Yeah, I know the audio is definitely going to sound better now because it's just coming from the damn phone. Feels good to be a published author. Yes, I am. And obviously I do not have a description that has the link for it, but if you type in Shelter Zachary Montgomery on Amazon, it'll pop up. Yeah, oh man, it feels good. It's done, it's out there, and people are reading it, which is really great. So it's a part of the Kindle Unlimited program. So let's say that you're in Kindle Unlimited, right? $10 a month, I'm pretty sure there's a free trial on it. But you can read as much as you want. For any book that's part of Kindle Unlimited, you can read as much as you want. So it's for free. Thank you. And there's also paperback as well, but the Kindle Unlimited option is there, so people can read the book without having to pay for it. So, because I want people to read it. I want people to leave reviews and tell me what they thought about it. And while I'm working on part 2 and then working on the book after that, and I'm hopefully, if everything goes right, I can transition next year from doing this handyman bullshit that I hate doing, but I do it because it pays the bills and it's not the end of the world. It's a job nonetheless, but kind of finally being able to transition into the dream job of being an author. That's the job I've always wanted to do. Is I wanted to be able to tell stories and share them with people, and that would also mean that I could work from home, that I actually had to leave home, which would be really nice. So that's the dream, that's the goal, that's the ambition, and that's what we are shooting for, ladies and gentlemen. And it just feels good that it's out there. And so, like I said, it's a part of Kindle Unlimited. I can't see how many times people have downloaded it, so I don't know how many people have read it. I just know how many pages total have been read. And as of early this morning, the number was at like almost 700 pages. It updates like every 12 hours or so. So I don't know how many people have read that, but that's enough for at least 3 people to read the book in its entirety. So I'm like, dope, that's cool. So like basically 3 people have read my book completely. I haven't received a single review yet. Which it's like, I'm kind of giving it a week or so. Let the people on Kindle Unlimited kind of filter through, read it, see how they like it, and they'll leave a review. Hopefully. There is a free promotion, and I need to blast this out ahead of time. Basically, if you don't want to go on Kindle Unlimited, but you do want to read my book, yeah, I have no idea. This reception sucks. I am on call today, but it would be really nice to go home and just hang out with the fam. Probably take Tristan on a walk. Oh, I could take them over to the grass so we can play in the grass. I think I might have went the wrong way. I can't remember. No, wait, that's Town Center Drive, so Flamingo should be up here. When does the money come in? Probably the end of January. So that's like, I have to kind of put it out of my mind. It's that, so part of this whole book thing that's kind of stressful is that I have to pay for advertising. I don't really have money to pay for advertising. So I am advertising, but I'm not like actively, like I'm not really pushing it. So on a budget of nothing, I have a daily budget that's super low, and my bids for my advertisements are also really low. So I'm banking on impressions. So basically, every time someone clicks, I pay Amazon 20 cents every time they click on my listing. But they push those out to so many different people under specific keywords and SEO tags. I don't get a lot of people clicking on my book because those ads are being pushed out towards people that are most likely not to click because my bids are so low. If I wanted to see like actual traffic, I would have to be at least $1 per click plus, and that's a lot, and that would run through my my advertising budget pretty quick. So I have a low bid number because I'm looking for impressions. I want people to know my book exists, get it out there and get it in people's heads. You're scrolling through Amazon, you see the same book so many times. Eventually, you're like, oh, I've seen this a few times. Let me click on it. Let me see what this is about. That whole repetition thing over time. So I'm kind of like laying it easy. So, like, I think I've only spent like $3 since the book's release on the 16th. So in the past couple days, I've only spent $3 in advertising. That's because I haven't been getting a lot of clicks, but I have been getting a lot of impressions. So as far as the money, are there any other avenues for you to sell your book? I'll touch on that in just a second. So as far as Amazon is concerned, I'm not going to get paid until the end of January because when you first start out, there's like a weird grace period with the payments. So I'm not even going to see a penny of it. So far I've made, and it's really weird too because all of their analytics and data, it's all estimations, and it takes like at least a week before you actually get hard numbers in. So estimated right now, I've made $30 in royalties. That doesn't mean that, that I've only sold that's actually selling quite a bit because let's see, ebook, I make roughly like, let's say $2 per book. I think it's like $1.70 or something like that. And then paperback, I make like about $3. So, and I've looked at my analytics, and I'm kind of like split between the two. Half the people that have bought my book have bought it digital. Half of the people that bought my book bought a paperback. So, and those should be shipping and arriving within the next couple of days. So, to those people that bought it on its release date. There were some people that did pre-order the Kindle edition, so they got those. They got those on the 16th, but Eastern time. So at 9 p.m. on the 15th, they got it downloaded digitally to their Kindle because they pre-ordered. And then there's also Kindle Unlimited where you can read for free, not having to buy it. It's essentially like their extended lending library. But are there other avenues for me to sell my book? I mean, if I wanted, I could buy author copies. I could buy copies of the book I would have to pay for the manufacturing, the tax, and the shipping. So that's up front, that's extremely expensive for me to hold inventory. Because I can always buy copies of my own book and then hold on to them and sell them on my website, macevalor.com. Still working on it. It's live. It's basically just promotional for Shelter, but I haven't really gone in and actually done anything too extensive with it. A lot of the updates on my website I'm not actually publishing until January, when this whole channel kind of changes over into what it's really going to be. I made that update a couple days ago. But yeah, so that is a way, but then you got to remember, if I'm holding on to inventory and selling the books that I have at my place, I have to pay to advertise on that space. I don't have to do that with Amazon. With Amazon, it's all listed right there. I can advertise through their platform for a relatively affordable fee, 20 cents per click. That's not bad at all, especially if your conversion rate, turns out to be pretty good based upon SEO. So that's kind of like the direction that I'm going with it, because for me, it works. As a first-time author, it's a great way for me to build my brand, my author platform, utilizing Amazon. Is it perfect? I don't think it's perfect, but nothing in this world is. But it works for me here and now, and I'm happy with it so far. I mean, hell, in the first 2 days, I've gotten, 700 pages read to the Leading Library. I've gotten, I've done pretty good for a brand new, know nothing, no name author to just kind of come out the gate, you know. Very good to hear. Congrats on the launch. Thank you, man. Thank you, Foibles. I definitely need to change that. Excited for the book, man. Thank you much. Yeah, thank you guys also for your love and support. Foibles, we'll have to talk on Discord. I'm going to need your mailing information so I can get you your copy of the book. I know it's not going to be that great big flashy one that I promised you, but I'll try to do something special. Anyway, yeah, so I want to make sure that Foibles gets what he deserves. So that will yeah, so I don't know. It just feels good. It's just weird. The thing is, and I was on Twitch streaming earlier because I have better connectivity on Twitch, but no one watches me on Twitch. So, but now here I am back on YouTube, letting you guys know what's up. So the weird thing is, I obsess over numbers, and I even said this in my Twitch stream earlier. When you obsess over the numbers, that's time taken away that you could be, doing something creative. Like as a content creator, the energy I spend obsessing over the numbers, that time and energy should be spent obsessing over the next project. So I'm trying to chill out myself and just not look at anything. And it's really difficult not to because I do it several times a day. I'll go and I'll refresh pages and I'll try to see, it's how many pages. That's a number one focus. Of course I want to sell copies of my book. I definitely do. But I'm really I want people to read it more than anything else. Yes, I have told people about it. A lot of my clients don't really seem to care. So I'd been telling people that, I'm writing a book, it's going to be published soon, this, that, and the other. I've had one client, well, technically two, but I've had definitely one that was so excited. She's like, I need information, I need updates. No, Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. He was murdered. It was yet that fact of reality that we live in. Epstein did not off himself. Whatever was done to him, you cannot do on your own. You definitely need assistance for an event like that to cause that amount of trauma to the human body. Yeah, so I'm trying to remove the numbers out of my head, but yeah, there is one client, Jane. Well, I don't want to say her name, but she's super pumped to see it for the book. And she's one of the people that I'm just gonna, when my author copies come in, I'm gonna mail her a signed copy of the book, because she was one of my first clients that she wasn't just excited about the idea of it, but she was very encouraging. And she was super pumped, oh my God, it sounds amazing, I really want to read it, let me know when it's available. I'm like, yeah, dope, I'll let you know. And Bill Boyd did for sure cover up themselves. Yeah, he did. Yeah, the Clintons, man, they don't want those ties being redirected back to them. So anyway, I'm just in discourse with you guys. Nightbot, Streamlabs, Cloudbot, all these things. I need to fix a lot of stuff on my channel. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of my clients, they want you to come over and do XYZ. They don't want where are you going live, and Twitch, or where? I don't understand the question. Well, I'm live on YouTube right now. I do live stream on Twitch. Here's the thing, when it comes to live streaming, I prefer Twitch. I have better connectivity, this, that, and the other. But the problem with Twitch, because I get more traffic on Twitch as well. When people are in there watching, more new faces come in. On YouTube live streaming, not so much. I'll get the occasional person that's just random from nowhere that comes in, but it's usually just my subscribers. And a very razor thin fraction of those people. From the other side, from Twitch, man, that's a totally different ballpark. Yeah, so I do stream on Twitch as well. I prefer streaming on Twitch. I have fewer connectivity issues. It's kind of set and forget for live streaming. It just feels on YouTube, even when I'm at home with the Wi-Fi connected, perfect connection, there's still issues. So I do want to, there's a lot that I want to do, but there are limitations that I have, especially when it does come to live streaming. I want to go back to kind of how it was before. I would have people come on and we would like have debates and stuff. I loved that. That was the best. But you know, I don't really have the proper setup for that, and you know, it kind of cuts into the home, because it's really hard to be me, animated and fun and loud and just like, hey, we're into it, right? And when I got a girlfriend in the next room over, that, you know, it's like, you're so fucking loud. Like, then I have to like calm myself down and I have to be all quiet and stuff. And then people get fucking bored and they fucking leave. It's just, I love live streaming, but like the real time that I can actually kind of be myself and be out there and just like engage with you guys and have some fun is when I'm in the car, in public, which I always, no matter what, I always feel uncomfortable live streaming in public. Well, I want a garage. I wouldn't mind doing like my live streams and stuff from a garage. I always thought like if I had a house, which that's what 2019's been working towards, right? Is getting out of, you know, if I don't own a home, I would rent a home, would be better than living in a damn apartment. You know, more space, you know, this, that, and the other. Build a tree house. You know, it's like there's the dream, there's the ambition, and that's what we're pushing towards. And that's kind of where I'm at now. Is like I have a good roadmap in front of me. I'm just trying to get there. So anyway, I'm feeling good. So what's gonna happen is I gotta go into Target. I gotta take care of stuff. I gotta get the missus her drink. No. So I'm gonna do all these things that I have to do, like adulting. I'm gonna look one more time at my analytics, and then I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna ignore it and let it be. That's the plan. So my Amazon Flex video, the vlog that I made, that is skyrocketing on YouTube right now. It is insane how many views that video gets each day. And I'm not just trying to throw like, oh, look at me. No, I'm being real, like surprising. And it's interesting because it's cyclical. This happens every year. This time every year, this seasonal time when people are looking to make extra money for the holidays and they hear of Amazon Flex, that's one of the videos that just comes up. Hopefully, I'll be able to sell. Oh yeah, I saw it. Congratulations too, by the way. I'm making my own brand. Hopefully soon I'll be able to sell. I don't understand what you means be able to sell. Also making a Patreon. Yeah, Patreon's a really weird one. So I remember let's see, how do I describe this? I made a Patreon, but it was so dumb looking back because I deactivated it a long time ago. Like it's still there, but it's not active. It's so weird because my content's kind of always been all over the place. But the cool thing is in 2020, you guys will see this channel drastically change. Once again, I want to be a full-time author. That's what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to do. So in order to get that, I need content that's appropriate for my author brand. It's still going to be me. It's still going to be Mace Valor. It's going to be more compelling content to watch. but it's going to be stuff that's actually grounded in what I want to do for a living, which is the whole author thing. No, I'm still going to do live streams, and I'll probably do the occasional. I'm going to move away from the gig economy stuff. It's just I don't know. For me, it's not stuff that I enjoy. It's like my goals, my ambitions, and my plans in life are not to be doing the gig economy stuff. I don't want to be doing handyman stuff. I do all these things to take care and provide for my family. Are we still gonna have screaming matches with the crazies? Of course. How many books do you feel like you need to sell before you gain an audience on YouTube? I don't understand what the question is. How many books do you feel like you need to sell before you can gain an audience? Well, I already have an audience on YouTube. Oh, speaking of books, so Shelter Part 1 is out. Shelter Part, well, I've already sold more than 7 copies, so yay. So Shelter Part 1 is out. Part 2 is going to come out in the spring. I'm taking the holiday off because I need to edit it and format it. And there's 2 chapters that I don't want to use the word need to be rewritten, but there's 2 chapters in that book that I thoroughly have to dissect and kind of change some things. So the Part 2, like, which leads to the end of Shelter, that I've been stuck on for quite a while, and I do need to address that, which is why it's not coming out till the spring. It was all done with the Kickstarter and ready to go, and I was going to have my editor kind of make my editor was going to like go through those 2 main chapters and pinpoint the corrections I could make. Instead, since I'm doing it all on my own, it's just perfection things. It's kind of like tying up. I don't want to spoil anything. Part 2 is done. There are some adjustments that need to be made during the editing and formatting phase, but that's going to come out in the spring. So Part 1 is kind of my introduction as an author to people. Yeah, but I didn't really have any advertising budget. If Ben Shapiro gave up politics and only covered sports, he would lose his audience, no? Well, yeah, that's not what I'm doing, though. I'm not... What? I'm sorry, I'm kind of lost. That's not the best analogy for what I'm doing. I'm not saying... It's like, all right, well... I'm only going to talk about my book from now on. That's the only thing I'm going to talk about on my channel. No, God, that's not what I'm doing at all. It's like, yeah, I talked about the gig economy. I talked about being a handyman. Talked about TaskRabbit, Amazon, IKEA, this, that, and the other. I'm not doing any of that anymore. I'm only going to talk about this one specific thing. Kind of true, because everyone is here for the work videos. I wouldn't say everyone. So my channel is divided. Can we just please focus on Rampart? I don't know what Rampart is. So half of my subscribers, they came from the gig economy stuff and the work stuff, whatever. The other half of my audience, those people came before I did any of the gig economy, before the handyman stuff, before the HVAC stuff. So that's where it's kind of really weird. I have half of my content from stuff that I did just back in the day, and then the other half is my resurgence, my gathering of subs from the handyman, gig economy, etc., etc., etc. So it's really kind of weird. So I'm not going to sit here and say that. I would say that everyone that watches the live streams, those are the people that are dedicated in for the work videos and stuff. But if you look on the back end on my channel, where my analytics are and where my views are going, my views are going to one of 3 places. Either going to one Amazon Flex video. That's it. Just one Amazon Flex video. The other group of people is going to one HVAC video. The vast majority of views. And then the third category is they're going into videos that have nothing at all to do with handyman, HVAC, or gig economy. That's the back end of content that I have on my channel, which I'm telling you, if you go into my channel and you actually go back several years, there are some gems of things there, okay? I have a shitload of videos in my backlog. Some of them good, most of them not. But there are a gem of things in there. But honestly, Mace, I'm here because your life is super relatable, not because you're the fake drama and all that bullshit. Life. Well, that's what I like about the live streaming aspect of it. So when I make content, that's different from me engaging with you guys and chit-chatting with you guys. I like being real. I like being unfiltered. I like being raw. Hashtag no homo. I enjoy that with you guys because I like to have a conversation with people. Think of this like, think of my life like this. My life is like The Sims, and I have a social meter, but I don't have friends IRL. So the only way I can build my social meter is by engaging with you guys, and I enjoy that. I think that we've assembled a community of like-minded individuals where we like, discourse with one another about this, that, and the other. And we may not agree on everything. We may not feel the same way about various topics, but the fact that we're still talking is something that I appreciate. Yeah, I've watched a couple of your videos. I'm really bad on YouTube because I don't comment, which I feel I should do more of. It's just when I watch a video, I don't go down into comments and stuff. I'll watch a video, I'll thumbs it up, but unless I really, really have something to say, I don't ever go into the comments, which I feel like maybe I should do that in the future, because comments helps with engagements, and with people with lower subs, it helps, because hell, that's what I would want, but I don't know, man. But I've seen some of your content, and it does look pretty good. And then number one biggest takeaway I can take away from you and your brand, if I were to think of HVAC vlogger, if I were to think of you, my number one association with your brand is keep a clean truck. By and large, of everything else I know about you, or things I might have seen in your videos or your Instagram posts, the number one thing that comes to mind is keeping your truck clean, which I think is a very wonderful thing to kind of push out to everybody. Because yeah, I've driven with people that are fucking pigs, dude. And I've driven with guys that have like fucking dip bottles, like they dip, which I've tried dipping. It's not for me. It's too gross. But they'll have dip bottles in their truck, or it's dirty and it hasn't been fucking washed or scrubbed down, or they'll tidy things up. But I'm the kind of guy where I love going in and cleaning a truck. When I worked at Calco, it was Tuesdays, man. Tuesdays was the morning. We would come in, sometimes we would come in early with the warehouse guys, and we would go in and make sure our truck was clean before the morning meeting. I never comment. It's chatterbust for me. Oh, thank you. All right, so here's the thing. I gotta go. I just got hired. Well, I got a request on TaskRabbit, so I'm gonna go check that out. As always, I'm your so beloved and glorious Mace Fowler, signing off.